Hello guys, welcome to UEFN Academy. In this video we'll be creating moving carpet like in a Steel Brainrot. So let's get started. So first thing, we need to create our project. Let's name it Steel Brainrot. Okay, let's get some model from Sketchfab. We can take Bombardino Crocodilo. Let's see if it has all animation and download it. Then let's create folder, import the model. Make sure that you have selected import animation. Let's import also the textures. Now we need to drag the texture in here and connect the RGB to base color. Apply it and compile it. Let's create a blueprint now, Bombardino flying. We need to create skeletal mesh. Bombardino, okay. And let's pick animation. Now compile it and save. Now we can test our model and see how it looks like. And yeah, it looks just fine. So now let's remove the player 2 pod, we don't need it. And let's get some kind of floor where we will be spawning our props, Brainrots. Let's rename it to prop spawning position. Let's open Verse Explorer and create our first Verse device. And let's name it Brainrot Conveyor device. Okay, so now in Verse, let's create a property. Let's create initial prop spawn position property of creative prop, and let's initialize it. Now let's create array of props which we will be spawning. Let's remove all of these comments. Let's create a loop and spawn method spawn1. Let's create spawn1 method, void. We suspended because we will spawn it, so let's make it asynchronous. So now we need random integer of prop. This will be used to get some random number between 0 and our array length, so we can get the just random prop from the array. We need to add the using statement. And let's just comment out loop for now. Let's now create random prop variable in which we will get the prop to random prop to spawn, and let's initialize its position. So let's get initial spawn position. We'll get it by get transform and translation. Now we will be using spawn prop method to spawn the creative prop, and we need to add another using, which is spatial math. So now it looks just about right. Now we need to check if the prop really spawned. So we got failable expression here, and we have a prop parameter, which we will move to the initial spawn position. We need to add 1000 to initial spawn position, so it will be moving 1000 units on the x-axis. And we need to fix this issue here. We need to change it to curly braces. So let's build it, and let's take our device into the scene, rotate it. Then we can just add the props to our array. We will add the Bombardino, which we previously added, the blueprint. So now we need to create some initial spawn position. We'll be taking balloon. This is just a creative prop we just need to set, so this will be our initial spawn position. So now we have an initial spawn position. Let's jump into the game. Let's open our session, and let's see if we have our character spawning. And yep, we got the Bombardino Crocodilo spawning there. But we have an issue, it's not rotated correctly. So let's just jump into the Unreal engine, and let's fix it. So let's just rotate him 90 degrees. That should be just enough, right? One small change also here, we need to activate our loop. So we got our Brainrot spawning continuously. Let's just write this quick code here. Change it to float. And let's see our result. So yeah, now we see that we got the spawning interval of 5 seconds. There's just one small issue. I didn't save the changes, I guess, so Bombardiro wasn't rotated. Let's see the changes again. And yeah, that's exactly what we want. It's rotated correctly and the spawning works. Okay, so now since we got Bombardilo working, let's move on to now adding the more characters. Let's write here Brainrot, pick downloadable, animated. Let's find something animated. Okay, let's take this one. Then let's take Brr Patapim. Now let's take here cappuccino, and let's take this cappuccino we took. Baby ballerina sauce walking. Make sure to import animations. Let's import also textures. Let's add another model. Patapim. Let's pick it. Import animations, import mesh and skeletal mesh. Now let's take the textures. Okay, so now we need to get into the skeleton. No, not the skeleton, skeletal mesh. So the first material is feet. Let's take the feet, connect it, make sure here to have used with skeletal mesh. Let's pick the material, save it. Now we need to add hair. So this is another material. We take this tree looking hair, connect RGB, apply, make sure that it's your skeletal mesh. Yes, save it. Now we have our skeleton. Okay, delete this guy. Let's fix now cappuccino. We have skeletal mesh. Now we need to assign the textures. I'm not sure if this is correct. This is not really correct. I will need to import those textures. And because I cannot do it because they have the same name, so they get overwritten. Now we got correct textures. So now we need to assign them. So when we got body, we take the body texture, this one. For eyes, do we have eyes texture, body texture, skirt texture, wear texture? We don't have really eyes, but let's just make it blue. It doesn't really matter. Save it. Then we have a face. Face is correct. Skirt material, skirt texture we have. So let's add skirt texture, apply. And we have the wear. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this seems about right, but I guess the eyes doesn't really fit. Okay, so the eyes are black actually. Let's make it black then. Yeah, that's better. So now we need to create blueprints. Let's write building prop cappuccino walking. Let's add skeletal mesh. Let's assign the mesh. Capu walking 1. Okay, seems about right. Animation to play. Let's take this one. We need to rotate it. That's better. Save it. Now we got cappuccino walking. Let's add it to the props to spawn array. Cappuccino walking. Now let's add one more, and let's create a blueprint for this guy. Building prop. Walking. Let's add skeletal mesh again. Let's speak. Let's take this one. That's quite a big model, but that's not the problem. If you want to scale him, you can just use the scale here. Okay. Let's now add him to the array. Walking. Nice. So now let's launch the session. So I tested this in game. We got a couple of issues. So first we need to rotate the ballerina, rotate the patapim, and scale him up. So let's do it just now. Let's go into patapim. Not the skeletal mesh. Let's go to our blueprint. And let's scale him just a little up, so maybe to 15 or maybe 20. 20 should be enough. And let's rotate him 90 degrees. Compile. Then let's fix cappuccino. Let's rotate her by 90 degrees. Compile. And remember to click push the changes. So now we got all the characters correctly rotated and rescaled. Now one thing we may fix is we can add the floor and also make them walk a little longer. So let's just do that. Let's go into our verse. Let's make this one 11,000. Build. So now let's just create a red carpet blueprint. Let's add a plane. Let's make it long. Let's pick material, maybe another red one. Red emissive. Yeah, that's better. Let's compile it and drag it to the scene. We may need to go a little higher, rotate it, scale it, just so it fits around here, maybe a little wider. Yeah. And then just let's scale it this way. So now we got the carpet all the way. Now let's just push the changes again. So let's see our final result. And as we can see, the characters are going along the way. The spawning interval is correct. And everything looks like it just works perfect. If you would like to create more advanced version like this one and learn how to make all other mechanics from Still a Brainrot, then check out my Patreon, link is in the description. I will make a whole series how to create a Still a Brainrot game from scratch with all the mechanics from original Roblox game. So stay tuned and see you next time.